Motivation is a feeling.
Discipline is a decision.
Welcome to Mindway English. Today we are talking about discipline when you feel lazy.
That topic is for me. Some days I know exactly what I should do, but still I do not do it. I keep saying later, after some time, maybe tonight, and then the day disappears.
That happens to many people. Laziness is not always about being careless. Sometimes it is tiredness. Sometimes it is confusion. Sometimes it is fear. Sometimes the task feels too big, so the mind avoids it.
That makes sense. When the task feels small, I can start. But when it feels big, I suddenly feel sleepy, hungry, or interested in my phone.
Exactly. The mind is very clever when it wants to escape discomfort.
Haha, yes. Before work, even cleaning my room looks interesting.
That is called productive avoidance. You do something useful, but you use it to avoid the more important thing.
That is dangerous, because I can tell myself, at least I am doing something.
Yes.
But discipline asks a different question. Not, am I doing something? It asks, am I doing what matters now?
That question is strong. Am I doing what matters now?
Exactly.
Discipline is not about doing everything perfectly. It is about returning to what matters, even when your mood is not perfect.
So discipline does not mean I must feel powerful every day.
No.
Discipline means you can take a small right action, even on an ordinary day.
That sounds more realistic. Sometimes productivity advice makes me feel like I need to wake up at 4 a.m., run, read, work, study, and become perfect.
That is too much pressure for many people. Real discipline should help you live better. It should not make you hate yourself.
That is important, because sometimes I try to be strict, then I fail, then I become angry with myself.
And that anger does not always create discipline. Sometimes it creates shame. And shame makes people avoid the task even more.
So being harsh with myself is not always discipline.
Correct.
Discipline is not cruelty. Discipline is guidance.
Discipline is guidance, not cruelty. That is a powerful line.
Yes. Imagine you are guiding a friend. You would not shout at them every minute. You would say, "Come on, start small. You can do this."
But with myself, I say, you are lazy. You always waste time. You never improve.
That kind of self-talk can make the task feel heavier. Helpful discipline speaks firmly, but kindly.
Firmly, but kindly. I like that.
Now, let us talk about motivation. Many people wait for motivation before starting. They say, "When I feel motivated, I will study. When I feel motivated, I will exercise. When I feel motivated, I will work on my goal."
That is exactly what I say. But sometimes motivation does not come.
Because motivation is unstable. It comes and goes. If your life depends only on motivation, your progress will also come and go.
Then what should I depend on?
Depend on small systems, not big emotions.
Small systems?
Yes.
A system is a simple, repeatable method. For example, after breakfast, I study for 20 minutes. After lunch, I review one page. Before sleeping, I prepare tomorrow's first task.
So I do not need to think every time. The habit tells me what to do.
Exactly.
Discipline becomes easier when the next step is already decided.
That is good. Decision itself takes energy.
Yes.
If every day you ask, "Should I start now? Later? What should I do? How long should I work?" your mind gets tired before starting.
So I should reduce decisions.
Correct.
Make the first step obvious. If you want to study, keep the book ready. If you want to exercise, keep your shoes ready. If you want to write, open the document before leaving the desk.
This makes starting easier.
Yes.
Preparation reduces resistance.
Resistance is that heavy feeling before starting.
Exactly. And the best way to beat resistance is not a big speech. It is a tiny start.
Like the 2-minute rule?
Yes.
The 2-minute rule is simple. When you feel lazy, do the task for only 2 minutes.
Only 2 minutes sounds too small.
That is why it works. The goal is not to finish the task. The goal is to break the starting wall.
Starting wall. That is the hardest part.
Exactly.
Open the book for 2 minutes. Walk for 2 minutes. Write 1 sentence. Clean 1 corner. Record 1 English line.
And after 2 minutes, I may continue.
Yes.
But even if you stop, you still trained the habit of starting.
That is interesting. The habit of starting is more important than one perfect session.
Beautiful. That is the heart of discipline. Train the start. Progress will follow.
This feels useful for students. If they feel lazy to study, they can say, I will read only 1 paragraph.
Exactly. And many times, after 1 paragraph, the mind becomes ready for the next one.
Because action creates momentum.
Yes.
Many people think motivation creates action, but often, action creates motivation.
That is important. I should not wait for motivation to start. I can start, and motivation may come later.
Exactly. Now, let us talk about lazy days.
Lazy days are difficult. Once I waste a morning, I feel the whole day is gone.
That is a common trap. Never throw away the whole day because one part went badly.
But that is what I do. If I waste 3 hours, I think, okay, today is gone. I will start tomorrow.
And then tomorrow also becomes difficult. So use the reset line. The next 10 minutes can still be useful.
The next 10 minutes can still be useful. That gives hope.
Yes.
You do not need a perfect day. You need a useful next step.
So if I waste the morning, I can still save the afternoon. If I waste the afternoon, I can still save 10 minutes in the evening.
Exactly. A small reset is better than full surrender.
Full surrender. That is when I say, I failed today and continue wasting time.
Yes.
Discipline is not never falling. Discipline is returning faster.
That is powerful. Discipline is returning faster.
Correct.
Everyone loses focus sometimes. Everyone has slow days. But disciplined people return sooner.
That makes discipline feel less scary. It is not about perfection. It is about recovery.
Exactly. Now, let us talk about comfort. Comfort is not bad, but too much comfort can make discipline weak.
I understand that. If I always choose the easiest option, difficult things become even harder.
Yes, discipline grows when you practice small discomfort.
Small discomfort means
Doing the right thing even when it is slightly uncomfortable. Studying when you want to scroll. Walking when you want to stay on the bed. Starting the conversation when you feel shy. Cleaning your space when you want to delay.
not extreme pain, just small discomfort.
Correct.
You do not need to punish yourself. You need to train yourself.
That is a good difference. Punish versus train.
Training respects your future. Punishment attacks your present.
That is deep. Training respects my future.
Yes.
When you choose discipline, you are helping your future self.
Future self. I like that idea.
Ask yourself, will my future self thank me for this action?
That question can help. If I study now, future me will feel relief. If I delay now, future me will feel pressure.
Exactly.
Discipline is kindness to your future self.
That line changes the meaning. Discipline is not punishment. It is kindness to my future self.
Yes.
Now, let us talk about phone distraction.
Again, the phone is always there. When I feel lazy, the phone becomes the easiest escape.
Because the phone gives quick comfort. But quick comfort can steal long-term progress.
That is true. I open it for 5 minutes, and suddenly 30 minutes are gone.
So, do not keep the phone close during your first focus block. Distance creates discipline.
Distance creates discipline. That is simple.
Yes.
When your phone is beside you, you need willpower every minute. When it is away, the temptation becomes weaker.
So the system protects me.
Exactly.
Do not depend only on mental strength. Design your environment.
This is like making discipline easier before I start.
Yes.
If something is important, make it easy to begin. If something is distracting, make it harder to reach.
That is very practical.
Now, let us talk about discipline and identity.
Identity means how I see myself.
Yes.
If you always say, I am a lazy person, your mind starts accepting that identity.
I say that sometimes. I am lazy. I cannot be consistent.
Be careful with those sentences. Instead say, I am learning to become consistent. I am practicing discipline. I can start small.
That sounds more hopeful.
Because it leaves space for growth. Do not make laziness your identity. Make discipline your practice.
Do not make laziness my identity. Make discipline my practice. That is a strong line.
Yes.
You are not fixed. You can train your behavior.
This is important because when I say, this is just how I am, I stop trying.
Exactly. Identity can either trap you or guide you.
So I should choose an identity that supports my growth.
Yes. For example, I am the kind of person who starts small. I am the kind of person who returns after distraction. I am the kind of person who keeps one promise.
Those are realistic, not fake.
Correct.
Confidence and discipline grow from realistic identity.
Can we create a simple discipline routine?
Of course. Use this 4-step routine. Step 1. Choose one task that matters.
Not 10 tasks. One task.
Step 2. Make the first action very small.
Like open the book, write one line, or wear shoes.
Exactly.
Step 3. Remove the easiest distraction.
Usually phone.
Yes.
Step 4. Start for 2 minutes.
And after 2 minutes, continue if possible.
Correct.
This is simple, but powerful.
Choose task. Small first action. Remove distraction. Start 2 minutes.
Perfect.
This feels better than saying, from tomorrow, I will change my whole life.
Yes.
Big emotional promises often fail. Small, repeatable actions work better.
I think that is the main lesson.
There is one more important part. Discipline when you are tired.
Yes, that is difficult. When I'm fresh, discipline feels possible. But when I'm tired, I want only comfort.
That is normal. When energy is low, your mind chooses the easiest option. So on tired days, do not use the same expectations as high-energy days.
So I should reduce the task.
Exactly.
Do a minimum version. If you planned 1 hour of study, do 15 minutes. If you planned a full workout, do stretching. If you plan to write a full page, write 5 lines.
That is better than doing nothing.
Yes.
Minimum action keeps the chain alive.
Chain means the habit chain.
Yes.
When you show up even in a small way, your mind learns, I do not quit completely when the day is hard.
That is important because I often think if I cannot do it fully, I should skip it.
That is all or nothing thinking. It is one of the biggest enemies of discipline.
All or nothing means either perfect or zero.
Exactly.
Either 2 hours or nothing. Either perfect diet or full junk. Either full study plan or no study. Either perfect English or silence.
That sounds like me.
Many people do it, but discipline lives in the middle. Not perfect. Not zero. Useful.
Discipline lives in the middle. Not perfect, not zero, useful.
Yes.
On difficult days, ask, what is the useful minimum?
Useful minimum. That is a good phrase.
For example, if you are too tired to study for 1 hour, the useful minimum may be 10 minutes. If you are too tired to clean the whole room, the useful minimum may be clearing the table. If you are too tired to speak English for 30 minutes, the useful minimum may be 3 sentences.
That removes pressure, and it keeps the habit alive.
Exactly.
Discipline becomes sustainable when it has a minimum version.
Sustainable means I can continue for a long time.
Correct.
Temporary motivation can create a big start. Sustainable discipline creates long-term progress.
I also want to ask about routines. Should every person have a strict routine?
Not necessarily strict, but a simple routine helps. Your routine should support your life, not control it like a prison.
So routine should be flexible.
Yes.
Use anchors.
Anchors?
Anchors are fixed moments in your day. For example, after waking up, after breakfast, after lunch, after exercise, before sleep. Attach small habits to those anchors.
Like after breakfast, I study for 20 minutes. Before sleep, I prepare tomorrow's first task.
Exactly.
This is easier than saying, I will do it sometime today.
Because sometime today often becomes never.
Yes.
A habit needs a place in the day.
That line is useful. A habit needs a place in the day.
Exactly.
And here is another helpful idea. Start before you negotiate.
What does that mean?
When the mind says, should I do it now? Maybe later. Maybe after one video. Maybe after tea. Do not enter a long debate. Start the 2-minute version immediately.
Because if I negotiate, laziness may win.
Exactly. The longer you debate with laziness, the stronger it becomes.
That is true. I have lost many debates with laziness.
Haha, we all have. So, do not debate. Begin. Tiny action first. Thinking later.
Tiny action first. Thinking later. That is simple.
Yes.
And remember, discipline is built quietly. Most progress does not look dramatic. It looks like small, repeated choices.
Like opening the book again, keeping the phone away again, trying again after a bad day.
Exactly.
Those small moments become your character.
That makes discipline feel meaningful. It is not only about tasks. It is about the person I am becoming.
Beautifully said.
Discipline is not only about finishing work. It is about becoming someone you can trust.
That connects with confidence also. When I keep small promises, I trust myself more.
Yes. Discipline and confidence support each other. Discipline creates evidence. Evidence creates confidence.
So if I want more confidence, I should keep small promises.
Exactly.
Not big promises. Small promises completed daily.
Yes.
Now, before we end, let us remember a few simple lines we can use in real life.
Good.
Line 1. I do not feel motivated, but I can start.
I do not feel motivated, but I can start.
Line 2. Let me do this for 2 minutes.
Let me do this for 2 minutes.
Line 3. Discipline is guidance, not cruelty.
Discipline is guidance, not cruelty.
Line 4. The next 10 minutes can still be useful.
The next 10 minutes can still be useful.
Beautiful. Now, let us summarize.
Lesson 1. Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is a decision.
Lesson 2. Do not wait to feel ready. Start small, and the feeling may come later.
Lesson 3. Use the 2-minute rule to break the starting wall.
Lesson 4. If the day goes badly, return faster. Discipline is recovery, not perfection.
Lesson 5. Design your environment. Keep distractions away before you begin.
Lesson 6. Do not make laziness your identity. Make discipline your practice.
Lesson 7. Discipline is kindness to your future self.
Exactly. And if you're listening right now, do not wait for a perfect mood. Choose one task. Make it small. Move your phone away. Start for 2 minutes.
2 minutes is enough to begin, and beginning is the real victory.
Beautiful. Thank you for listening to Mindway English. Start small today. Use your English. And we will meet again in the next conversation.
See you in the next episode.